America. I made a video a few days ago and got some positive feedback from a few friends and family, and so I wanted to make a second follow-up video. The last video was on sample size and data regarding the fatality rate of the coronavirus, and this video is, so if you haven't seen that, you should check it out. This video is going to discuss what's going to happen over the next 30 days. Basically, we've obviously implemented huge quarantine efforts, social distancing efforts around the globe and around the United States. And so that's going to lead to a flattening of the curve, a flattening of the fatality rate, and you're going to see a decline. You're also going to see politicians like Trump out of Washington, Cuomo out of New York, talking about, hey, it was my unwavering leadership in the face of fear, 9/11, World War II, I saved the world, vote for me in November. And before we get carried away down this victory parade, let's get data. Let's get real data to decide what worked. Was it social distancing that worked, or was there other factors at play, such as maybe warmer weather, like spring and summer? Maybe it's possible that a majority of Americans, especially in major cities, were already exposed to the virus, thus the virus flattening out or dropping is related to social distancing, but more heavily favored by the fact that there's just less people to infect. And we won't know the answer to that until we do massive serological testing, which is basically where we test the serum of people in society, and we determine, have they been exposed to the coronavirus? Do they have the antibodies? Did their immune system defeat the coronavirus? And honestly, the best case scenario is people have been exposed to the coronavirus and they defeated it. That's going to do several things. Number one is, if the virus does return this fall and winter, it's going to lower the infection rate and lower the number of potential carriers, assuming that the virus doesn't mutate, etc. It's also going to allow people to basically boost their immune system in a weird way. So our immune systems have a memory. Scientists really don't understand how it works, but they know it exists, where the immune system will have memory cells that will allow it to be in a better position to defeat future viruses. So let's say there's a COVID-20 or a COVID-21 or swine flu. The more information your immune system has, the more likely you are to survive it. So that's a good thing. So I really am excited to see what the serological data comes out. Does it say that, the virus ran its course and, 70-80% of the people, were exposed to it? Or does it say, 10% of the people were exposed to it and we still have 90% of people who weren't exposed to it, and we have to be very careful this fall? So I just really encourage you over the next 30 days, as this naturally declines, to just stay vigilant, really look at things with a critical mind, really try to sparse out the data, really try to look at other factors at play, such as the environment, the hotter temperatures, the sunshine, the possibility that people were exposed to the virus already and thus they can't be exposed again, or they can't be carriers again. With that said, there are a few examples of people who are being exposed twice, but the second time is usually less adverse. It doesn't have such an adverse effect as the first time. So just be vigilant, America. If I had to place a bet right now, the decline that's going to occur later this month, social distancing is the third factor in that. It's going to be more people have been exposed to it. Warmer temperatures are going to be at play that are going to make it less likely for the virus to continue a dramatic increase in spreading, which will obviously lower the fatality rate, which is a good thing. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. For all those who have not been exposed to the coronavirus, it's your choice, I guess, whether you want to be exposed or not, in a way. And for all those who have been, get your serological testing done. Know that your immune system is strong. And for those who should not be exposed, we all need to respect, meaning basically the elderly, pre-existing conditions, or both. So let's continue to respect the elderly and when we think about how we're going to deal with COVID-19 this fall or winter, or COVID-20 or COVID-21 or something else, let's keep in mind the thought that maybe it's a better idea to quarantine our grandparents to save the world instead of quarantining the world to save our grandparents. Thank you for listening, and I hope you continue to be critical thinkers out there.